a Ryder Cup of snooker, would you be in or out?
So who would be the teams?
So it'd be Great Britain and Ireland. We've got you in, Ronnie, Mark Selby, Mark Allen,
Right.
against the Chinese boys, and obviously they'd get Purcell and Robertson as well.
That would be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that would be exciting. Do you know something that I don't know?
No, we're just trying to... You think snooker needs something like that, team events?
So I think it would be good to bring that into the tour. Something you wouldn't really say it's light-hearted because you would still be wanting to win, but just something out different from the every event being the same. So it'd be great to be part of that because at least I was part of the team. We won the World Cup in 1997, Scotland. And it was brilliant being part of the team. There was me, Stephen Hendry, Alan McManus, and there was like a reserve, Billy Snadden. And then I played in other editions of it where it was just two players. And it wasn't a team because Steve McGuire and Anthony McGill were going on, who was my partner. And I was just sitting there on my own. It'd be great to have someone, another teammate that you're rooting for the other guy that's on playing. So I've always thought that like a team event should have at least 3 or 4 players in it.
I'll be in. Yeah, count me in. I'll be in pretty much any format of snooker. Yeah, I just love playing. So I'm in. If it involves putting balls in pockets, I'm taking part.
And how do you think you'd stand then? I mean, we've been through the teams today. We've got you, Ronnie, Higgins, Williams, Selby, and obviously be up against Zing Tong. The draft Robertson in, obviously.
Yeah.
Be a good game.
Yeah, be a good game, wouldn't it? I think we'd stand our own, to be honest. I think we'd keep the end up. Yeah, no, I think we'd do okay. Of course, we've had the sort of Asian invasion of snooker, haven't we, over the last 15, 20 years. 12 Chinese players in the draw here at the Crucible this week is incredible. But listen, I think we'd still give as good as we got.
No-brainer, absolutely. It's something me and my brother have spoke about quite often, to be honest. I'm not necessarily the biggest of golf fans, but I will tune in to watch the Ryder Cup. And I think that would bring in a new generation of fans, a different audience. And I also think it's something for the fans that they can cheer on and get involved with. So that sort of theme, I think, would be fantastic for snooker.
Would you fancy your chances? I've got here Trump, Wilson, Higgins, Ronnie, Williams, Selby, up against Robertson, Zing Tong, Ding Junhui.
I think we'd bash them up, to be honest. I think it's, that'd be easy. No, but it would be great. I think it would be a fantastic addition to the World Snooker calendar. And it's something I'll obviously welcome with open arms.
Yeah, I think a team event is crying out for in snooker, and maybe a doubles event as well. But yeah, some kind of team event I think would be good.
Well, like a three-day event?
Well, we used to have like the World Cup that was in China, and then we used to have the Nations Cup, which was held in different parts, and we don't have them anymore. But I think a team event is definitely something that could fit well in the calendar.
You'd enjoy it, Great Britain and Ireland against China and Bill Robertson?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, why? Yeah, 100%. I just can't work out why it's not there. What it would be is more like the President's Cup, right? Where you have like the UK versus the rest of the world. Amazing, and it would be so close as well. You'd have like myself, Zing Tong, Ding, Luca Purcell, Marco Fu, or something like that, or other players around the world against like the best players from the UK. It would be absolutely amazing. I really don't understand. And the overseas players, we all collectively are together in this. We like to see each other do well, and same with like the UK-based players as well. So yeah, I think something like that would be awesome. Yeah.
Do you think snooker misses a trick a little bit with that stuff? The shootout's obviously done well, and it's on a sort of 4-day space, and without a team event, it seems a bit samey. Do you think it's something snooker should look to explore?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you would have that interest like around the world as well. Like everyone outside of the UK would be, rooting for like team rest of the world. And vice versa over here as well. It would create that absolutely because. There is a bit of that where, especially when myself and Ding came over to the UK, where it was really tough for overseas players to do well in a sport, and we weren't given like a great deal of support. It wasn't until when we came along where we started to get like a lot of support from World Snooker. So I think, something like that would be really good, and it would be competitive. I would desperately try to win, as would the UK-based players as well.
Yeah, it would be nice. I know obviously a few years ago they tried the World Cup, and obviously I played in that a few times. It never really got the traction it probably deserved. So yeah, I'm all up for trying new things, and a Ryder Cup-style event would be a lot of fun.
The rest of the world, I don't know. I don't think we'll have much chance looking at the influence of like the Chinese young lads coming through.
And the Dev Robertson as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, obviously we got Luca as well. But you know, some of these Chinese players coming through, they're incredible. I think they've got 11 or 12 players here this year at the Crucible. So it just shows how strong in depth their standard of what they're playing. But I mean, it'd be great for the game.
Yeah, do you think a team event somewhere on the calendar? Obviously, shootout's just got his place for.
Yeah, there's definitely room for it. I mean, if you look at the calendar at the minute, like there's probably not room, but like for me, you could easily lose one of the tournaments what we've got and have like that kind of tournament, or even like a doubles event, like back in the day when it was like Dennis Taylor, Willie, Steve Davis. I think they used to have the Hofmeister doubles, which was a great event back in the day. So that could work as well.
Oh, definitely. If there's anything like the Ryder Cup, it'd be great fun, great atmosphere. There'd be a lot of banter between the players. Yeah, and this is something that we ain't seen for years, like a team event in snooker. I played in the World Cup with Judd, and we got beat in the final, and that was in China actually. So yeah, if you could bring back a team, I think it would go down quite well between the players. I think.
Yeah, we were looking Great Britain and Ireland against, well, it'd be Kyren and probably Robbo. What do you reckon? You fancy your chances?
Sorry, say that again.
Probably Great Britain and Ireland against Kyren and Robertson, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
That's well, once I fancy my chances, but yeah, that's a bit of a combo. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Really, it'd be great fun, and like I say, that'd be a tough team to beat.